Loss of the half, having to go to a mixed bag of a buy here. You have a couple of weapons, but mostly pistols. A couple of alts in play as well. The Showstopper and the From the Shadows. Also Stellar just one away from Neural Theft. Alts, though, available for Fury as well with the Cosmic Divide. Your boy Dre not too far off that Tour de Force for next round either, so... We'll take that mid control here pretty quickly. Threatening mailroom yet again.
There's so much focus for 100 Thieves towards this B main position. I say Paranoia should be being held in this, and you've also got Showstopper that could be used to follow up on, but this is going to allow B Tower to essentially get taken for free. Austin would have to contest with utility, and unsure about it, Austin is going to go back to make sure that Derek stays safe at A.
I mean, he still got his barrier up at A lobby, but obviously they can't know if someone's gone through vents to A heaven, and that's what's making things a little bit tricky here. Showstopper out from Will, though, pushes back to B lobby side as prompts Fury to push out the opposing side, but Will still controls B main. That's huge to help set up for the retake if they need to, but they don't. Stellar with the Ghost.
That is unbelievable from Stellar! What? How has he been able to... What? We'll break it down in a moment. Neptune still has an opportunity, though, for the 1v3. Flash fault line combo comes through. Will deny, and Stellar advantage for 100 Thieves into round 18. I will say, I know there are a lot of people that were like commenting on the 100 Thieves roster decision, like, why are you not getting a bunch of top tier A-list players through and through? All of the players they picked up, Stellar included, had been a part of miracle runs by organizations that no one had ever expected. Like Luminosity with Stellar, I would say he was one of the big points of like why that team was as good as they were. So I think they did a lot of homework and research on it.
Yeah, I think it's always tough to recruit an in-game leader, right? Like you kind of have to feel out the waters, and I think Stellar was certainly one of those candidates sitting out there that a lot of people kind of had in mind as a potential option, and so I think that was a big pickup for 100 Thieves. I think Will was the one that was a little bit different, kind of figure out how to place Asuna in that flex role, but bring in a duelist. So far, looking pretty proficient here. Will getting past that and gets the Boombot out as well and fades away through the cage. Oh, Jae-Sung just saves himself.
If only just barely, though.
I love this double play up by the balcony. If they swing out B-Heaven, they're in for a rude awakening. Derek has spawn covered as well. Oh, might even get a sick timing here. Yes, great flash.
Austin are there to follow up, making sure that it's not just a free trade, and there's that double second flip, but they don't expect Neptune, at least not initially.
To try to pull off some shenanigans if they are required, which shenanigans are always open. No, I'm always open for them.
Oh.
Ooh, I have a little early mid-battle here.
Yeah, first time we've seen something like this. One shot will recognize this little jump peek comes through. The flash is perfect. Null command is part of the equation. Try to get NY out of the middle, but that's not going to happen. No need to stop utility when the weapons are doing the work for you if you're 100 Thieves.
Yeah, Asher discovered there inside Ramen. As your boy Dre and company looking to try to get back out to the middle. They do still have spike possession. That's really the only thing going their way. As that was just such a great sequence of utility from 100 Thieves to stuff that mid control and get a bunch of frags out of it. They didn't even lose health there.
Yeah.
Not a single drop of blood was spilt for 100 Thieves. Or shield tarnished. Thing's still fully polished, man.
Straight off the rack.
Yep.
Odorous, the Nebula up just to try to get some sort of a peek over to what's happening at A Tower. Will, of course, is still waiting, and oh boy, this is going to be another simultaneous peek. Paranoia in play, in combination with it. Absolutely perfect. In fact, how about a Prime Gaming Flawless once again?
Really give it to him. We'll give him the Prime Gaming Flawless, though. We will do that.
The Dust Flawless, which is a part of that package deal with teammates.
Yes. Oh, a little rewind. Broken by from Fury as well. They're starting to really lose their grasp of control in this game.
Oh, interesting. Inferior Orb, top side of A ramps for Will to work off of. And the rest of the defenders on the A side are saying top.
I was just going to say, like, early reports has been that 100 Thieves' defense has looked, you know, really good in comparison to the attack that's at times been a bit sloppy. So it's not surprising to see them building this comeback up defensively. But that was obviously a big player to lose early here against this broken buy.
Yeah.
With really no way to respond to it.
That was most of the reasoning for my gasp. As much as the shot was impressive, losing Will he's been a huge factor for these defenses. Like I mentioned, like I feel like every time we have Will on camera, he's splitting up the Fury single-handedly and forcing them into terrible positions. Seekers are going to come through. Unfortunately, that's not really going to read too much. But you have Bang in a forward position, untradeable, has to at least get one.
Blinding.
Big kill there from Bang. Has a way to Shroud step his way out of that corner as well and get back into sight. So he's been able to equal the numbers and get himself to set up this defense. Showstopper comes in, does connect there, but Eric responds in kind, keeping it close, and Stellar gets his team the advantage back.
Never expected that Stellar was sitting backside dirt as a part of that play. So much clearance towards the corners on site, and then a lot of focus towards what was up top towards the rafters. But even with that, Jaesung has gotten the spike planted. Sheriff for Stinger, that's the option, and well, Stellar will take away both, no problem. So 2 kills for Stellar. Big reason that the retake was as easy as it was. And 11-9 as 100 Thieves get closer and closer to that map 1 win condition.
That kind of piece it all together nicely, and Bang's certainly showing some good work with this Omen.
Feels like a must-win round right here for the Fury.
Absolutely.
Still have the Rolling Thunder to work with. They've had it over the last couple of rounds, and you feel like that may be what needs to kind of open up a ceremonious hit towards one of these 2 sites. We'll see what they want to put together, because mid-map is still being relatively open.
That's a good point you've made. They've had these ults for a hot minute, and they just never really been able to get in position to truly get use out of them. So they've been holding on to him for a couple of rounds. And in fact, they did lose 3 of their ults to that mid-crush, you know, when Jaesung lost the ult of his own. So they do get some mail control, as well as to be Heaven with that fault line. Now kind of bounce back towards middle, however. Asuna covering it.
Yeah, this is a good read from New York. They've recognized that 100 Thieves have been quick to try to retake and maybe even set up a bit of pinch, but Asuna says, okay, well, I'll just check things out with the guiding light. No pressure towards B tower, so no need for me to commit through that position at vent. And as Fury tried to mismanage the 100 Thieves defense, honestly, they don't really get too much. Bang just checking things out. And
yeah, they've cleared A and B lobby with 2 different players, and so that's slowing down Fury, who still have mid control, and now they're setting up for the B split. Rolling Thunder to clear sight, and force 100 to play retake.
Flash also through. Fragment a part of it.
How's Stellar alive?
Concussed. I was going to say, so not for long. Spike will be on, and we'll have an opportunity to plant. Dre is behind this play, actually, and will take down the first. Gets a good look at the second. Doubles up. And the defense for 100 Thieves may have to consider what they really want to try to go for. This Resurrection's going to be in part of the play. You know that Dre's still nearby, but Jaesung's also helping from Raptors, and yeah, 100 Thieves just are not going to get out of this back alleyway of the B tower, and that'll be enough for
critical round to position yourself.
Another different look, I was going to say, for a moment here, for the New York Fury, they really have not been, since the opening rounds of this half, putting a lot of pressure over to A main initially. Nor really over towards B, but with the trademark kind of watching for a long flank, I don't think that's going to be part of the equation in this round by any stretch of the imagination. And now that there's some establishment towards maybe an A threat, Barrier Orb is still in place to block defensively, and then, well, you saw nothing off the guiding light, so you feel pretty good that there's not an imminent A hit coming.
Yeah, good B hold here from 100 Thieves inside the lobby. If B gets attacked through Heaven, they can still hold on to B main as an anchor point while they start rotating players through spawn. So this is just kind of a good counter to the mid control to kind of keep the space for yourself. You know, you got to find a way to have some real estate if you're going to lose middle, and so this has been good from them, from Bang and Will, to get in there. Trapwire covering the vents as well to give them that early intel that's being threatened. You do have Stellar and Asuna on site, and here comes the big push from Fury up through A Heaven. Quick flank throw through middle, but they've been caught.
Yep. So it's all on to Asuna. Oh my goodness, he gets to nearly the third Derek to follow, and it's just the 2 defenders of 100 Thieves to hold strong. It's a 2v5 win, if you want to call it that.
Wow.
What in the world?
Here, your boy Dre pulls out the tour de force.
Golly.
And now it's A lobby being taken here by 100 Thieves.
Yeah.
And look at this Trailblazer clearing out everything. They could actually threaten the sewers flank to middle if they want to push it that far.
And you want to just add insult to injury here. I was going to say, you do have trap wires that could potentially be a problem as you start to push through, but the null command will eliminate the opportunity for that to really get involved. But Bang down low does at least down Jaesung and finish off Neptune completely. If you're Fury, you would love to get some clearance to try to get your KO back up into the action, but the problem about it is Shot Up has already committed forward, trying to catch a timing here onto Will, and oh, it's absolutely beautifully done. J-Stun will expire, but the spike will be planted. We go 3v3.
Yeah, 100 Thieves are at least all in position early to set up this retake here. No ults in play, however, other than the Tour de Force that's out for your boy Dre. So it's going to just come down to teamwork and basic utility to get in. Derek finds the first entry.
Last player standing.
Oh, and he gets a second as well. They know exactly where Shot Up is positioned. It's going to be a double peek, and Stellar will finish it off. Two super solid defensive halves, but 100 Thieves just a bit better. And, you know, I will say there was a moment in me when we watched that last round, the 2v5, where I was like, man, it must be nice